Alright, here we are. Welcome back to some more excavation of Hobbs Barrow. We are finally about to get to Hobbs Barrow. So,
As I trudged through the barren moors, with only the odd sheep for company, I reflected upon my visit to Bewley thus far.
oh,
The enigmatic Mr. Shoulder and his puzzling disappearance. The townsfolk of Bewley, who had made it as difficult as they could for me to find Hobbs Barrow. The suspicion, the wariness in their eyes. Only now I know it was actually fear. In the end, it was the innocence of a child, young Jane, that condemned me to my fate.
um,
What do you want?
My name is Thomasina Bateman. Mr. Bryden, I presume.
Aye? What do you want, lass?
I understand Hobbs Barrow is located on your land.
Oh, well, yes. Why'd you ask?
I am an antiquarian, Mr. Bryden. I'm writing a volume on the barrows of England.
Oh, I suppose you'll be wanting to dig about it.
If at all possible, Mr. Bryden. I was invited to Bewley by Mr. Leonard Shoulder, who told me such an excavation would be possible.
Leonard Shoulder? Ha! I haven't seen him in years. The last I heard he were on death's door.
oh dear.
There's to be no more digging there, lass. Not since it went so badly last time.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Bryden.
I live here with my wife. And I might be long in tooth, but I can still run this farm without too much
Long
help.
in tooth. Is that just like slang for being old, or?
Was there a previous excavation of Hobbs Barrow?
Aye. My brother dug it up. Must have been, 25 years ago? You see, whatever he found inside, well, it drove him mad.
Oh?
Aye. I moved back here to look after him. Poor bastard hanged himself not long after.
Jeez.
I'm sorry, Mr. Bryden. That's terrible.
Aye. Time passes, but it were an awful thing.
What did your brother find?
Samuel. Samuel were his name.
Sorry, what did Samuel find in the barrow?
I don't know. But something went wrong. Afterward, he could barely speak. You couldn't make out a word like.
That must have been hard.
He lost a hand in that excavation too, you know.
Goodness me, how?
I try hard not to speculate on what might have happened, lass. I'd see him disappear into that barrow, dragging timber in with him. You'd hear him hammer. I offered him help, but he'd have none of it. Soon enough, he blocked the entrance off. To look at it now, you'd never know that the land has reclaimed it.
Who else was involved in the excavation?
2 others, I believe. Outsiders, perhaps. I can't say for sure. I think they left town pretty swiftly afterwards. I lived in Bakewell at the time. I only moved back here to look after Samuel. I took over the farm when he passed away.
I see. Mr. Bryden, may I please have your permission to excavate Hobbs Barrow?
No. Have you not been listening, lass? Samuel found something in there that's best left to rot. No digging here, lass.
As you wish.
Good. You've come to your senses.
Perhaps I can at least see Hobbs Barrow.
I suppose you've come a long way to be here, lass.
All the way from London, Mr. Bryden.
But can I at
Have you any
least
proof of all you've told me?
confirm?
Thanks for...
Ta-ra.
So, yes I do. I have this letter.
Here is proof that Mr. Shoulder invited me to Bewley in order to
Yeah, but
excavate
can I at
Hobbs
least
Barrow.
confirm the existence of this place with my eyeballs?
Leonard making bold promises, I see.
Sorry.
Don't make me regret this. But yes, you can have a look at it.
Thank you.
Any road. Once you've set your eyes on it, you won't be wanting out do with it. The place gives one a queer feeling.
So where can I
Sir,
find
you
it?
can't say that.
Through that gate to your
If
left.
you can,
Just
I
head
don't know.
straight
And
across the top to the field there.
seems to keep on
After 10 minutes or so,
flip-flopping.
you'll see Barrow. Set on a hill ahead.
Thank you again, Mr. Bryden. I really do appreciate it.
Thank you. Alright. Go. Bob's Barrow.
I probably should have brought my umbrella.
Well, too late now. Let's go.
Finally, here it is.
It's a
Hobbs Barrow.
little hill. I mean, it's nice and all. Like, it feels like the Teletubbies could live there,
Indeed,
but...
a barrow of a most
Do
unusual
Teletubbies live in a
rectangular form.
barrow?
I've not seen something like this since West Kennet Long Barrow. Yes, this shall make a fine entry for my book.
Well,
What secrets do you conceal, I
I
wonder?
don't know. But you said... Leave it a... Messina, what are you
That
doing?
smell. Earthy and sweet.
That is grass. Hobbs Barrow. That smell earthy and sweet. Whoa, flashback time.
3, 2, 1. You can open your eyes now, Thomasina. Come. Are you ready for your first excavation?
Yes, Daddy.
Capital. Make sure you remember everything I've taught you. I have a feeling you might find something special.
How exciting.
I'll be watching from the steps, my little bird. Good luck.
Thank you, Daddy. Now I'm ready.
Whoa, it's the same trap. Let's try over here first. I feel like putting it right next to the trowel would be too obvious.
No treasures here.
Alright, let's try... Well, let's try the closer one. Or is it just gonna be like, whatever last one you choose? It could be that.
Nothing.
Okay. And are there any more? Yes, there is.
Treasure!
Ooh, what we get?
Daddy, I found the treasure!
That's so sweet.
Look!
Well done, little bird. Your first successful excavation.
Yay.
That urn you're holding is very old
Ooh,
and precious.
careful with it.
Take good care of it, all right?
I will, Daddy. I promise.
Alright, can we just like go now? Like now that we know where it is? It's not letting me fast travel. Oh, well, it is letting me do that though.
Darkness falls quickly here. I should make my...
Haha! Let me in, let me in, let me in! Oh, we've got some more people.
Good evening,
Let's
Mr.
talk around.
Crozier.
Evening. Thanks again for the fossil, lass.
Thanks again
It's
for the
truly
oil.
a beauty.
You're most welcome. What can you tell me of Lord Panswick?
His lordship commands much respect around here, lass. Keeps me busy with work. Why do you ask?
Just curious. How long have you been collecting fossils?
Ever since I were a boy. The moors look a barren place, but there are plenty of fossils to be found in the rock formations. All manner of creatures to uncover.
Such a playground for a young lad. What's your favourite piece in your collection?
The ammonite you gave me today.
Oh,
The
you're
most
just
recent
saying that.
is always the best.
Indeed.
What about you, lass? Do you collect out?
I do. You see, I'm writing a book on the Barrows of England. It shall be called Vestiges of the Antiquities in Rural England.
Bit of a title.
I document all my
Now
findings.
we can do some work.
What do you collect?
Pottery, tools and such.
bones too, no doubt.
No, I leave those in place.
Yeah, we don't.
You've got a morbid heart, lass.
Why?
Fussing about in old graves like that.
It'd be more
We're
morbid
not
if I
dissimilar
took
in
the
that
bone.
we both take an interest in the remains of the long gone.
I suppose you have a point
Yeah.
there.
Hypocrite.
How's your book coming along then?
Very well, thank you. Though I'm rather keen to begin my chapter on Hobbs Barrow. Thanks for your time.
Aye. Speak to you later.
Good evening, gentlemen.
What are you gonna do about him?
If he thinks he can take her away from here, he's got another thing coming. I am gonna knock his bloody block
Whoa.
off. In fact, I can think of a better punishment. Oi, what do you want, lady?
Just
Piss off.
saying.
You heard the man.
So rude.
Charming.
And now what I'm meant to do? I'm meant to talk to.
Good evening, sir. I'll leave you to it.
Okay.
I don't wish to wake him up.
Hi, Herbert.
Hello
Cyril.
again, Cyril.
Hi.
You still here?
Did Mr. Long convince you of the virtues of Bewley Station?
What the hell do you think? Now bugger off and leave me to me drink.
Sorry, Cyril.
He seems even more wound up than usual.
Sorry. Okay, can I get a drink?
Good evening, Miss Bateman.
Good evening, Stanley. I found Mr. Shoulders home, thanks to the help of Father Roach.
Wonderful. So you've met our vicar then?
Yes, I did. An interesting character.
Indeed. So, did old Leonard apologise for his absence?
He was absent there
Not
too.
quite. He wasn't home.
What is that man playing at?
You tell me. My assistant has not arrived as planned.
Oh, is everything all right?
I'm not entirely sure.
Am I to keep a room for him just in case?
If you could hold it for one more night, Mr. Kemp.
As you wish.
What can you tell me about Lord Panswick?
A most charming man, Miss Bateman. He looks after us here, a good fellow.
Where does he live?
Panswick Manor, on the moors. No visitors allowed. His lordship likes his privacy.
Again, I'm telling you, it was a dude that was flirting with us in whatever part I
I
recorded.
found Hobbs Barrow.
Yay, we found
Oh,
it.
remember what I said, Miss Bateman. There are stories
I know,
connected to
I
that
just wanted
place.
to confirm that I existed
Yes,
with my
stories
eyeball.
you won't elaborate on, I might add.
Mhm.
Don't worry about me, Stanley. I'm quite capable of warding off imagined fiends.
I have no doubt, but please leave that place be.
I've come this far, there's no turning back now.
Well, there
That's
is
precisely
turning back
what
if,
worries me.
the dude says no. You know
A mug of your finest ale, please.
what? It's like, I don't know how
There we
many.
are. That's 2 pence on your account.
Oh,
Thank you.
it's like,
Goodbye.
I have
See you
had a long day. I'm taking a drink.
The prices are cheap here. I must say, last night has rather put me off using these toilets.
Well, I mean, if they're the only toilets available.
I'm glad I found Mr. Tillett.
Me too.
A majestic animal, cut down in his prime. Good evening, sir.
So you just gonna make that face again? Yeah, what, dude? Just,
I'll leave you to it.
why is he so angry? Can I?
The sun has set.
Okay, I can't see, but okay. Sure.
Time
oh,
for bed. Tomorrow I shall convince Mr. Bryden to allow me to begin my excavation.
You know what they said about curiosity.
Miss Bateman.
Oh.
How are you?
Tired.
Gonna buy you a drink?
Let's see, should I?
No thanks, Mr.
Yeah,
Tillett.
it's like,
Please, Miss Bateman. I feel bad about what happened last night.
you
I'm
went
sorry,
vamoose.
Can't remember it.
it.
I don't know
That's
what
all
happened
right,
to you.
Mr. Tillett. Alcohol can do all sorts of damage to one's memory.
All the
I was
reason.
thinking that maybe if we had another drink tonight, I might remember what happened.
I'm
Just say
not sure
no.
that's logical.
Go up to your room.
Worth trying.
No. No. Where's the
Oh,
no
Mr.
option?
Tillett, if you insist.
Very good. Take your seat, Miss Bateman.
I don't want to see
I
that.
shall return with the goods.
Fine, it's like as long as you're paying, dude.
To Leonard Shoulder.
Wherever he may be. I've been meaning to ask you something.
Yes?
Why did Leonard Shoulder ask you to dig up Hobbs Barrow?
Despite his disappearing act the previous evening, not to mention his questionable sobriety, I decided Mr. Tillett was to be my ally. I spoke again of Mr. Shoulder's letter, his proposed excavation, and my status as an antiquarian and barrow digger. He was fascinated and quite excited at the prospect of meeting the soon-to-be author of a real-life book.
You must find all manner of riches on your digs.
Barrow digging is not all success, Mr. Tillett. Often I'll come across the likeliest of sites steeped in promise. We set to work with shovel and pick and all the other barrow opening paraphernalia you can imagine. Every stone carefully taken down, every shovel full of earth put dutifully through the sieve, and we find nothing. Or you may find a miserable remnant of animal bone or a shard of pottery hardly to be recognized from the peat in which it decayed. Sometimes it's as if some Neolithic humorist prepared an elaborate practical joke for your special benefit.
It still sounds much more exciting than spending your days sitting in England's most remote railway station.
Are you all right, Mr. Tillett?
I've had another argument with Agnes.
Your wife?
Aye. She didn't want me coming to the plough tonight. Truth is, I've been drinking my life away since my mother passed.
Oh, damn.
Oh, that's terrible. I'm sorry for your loss.
You're kind, Miss Bateman. Thank you. It's been a year since the old girl left us.
Oh,
She had a horrible end, wasting away, day by day. Consumption got her. She was naught but bones by the end. I can't get the image out of my mind. She were everything to me.
I'm so sorry.
I apologise for going on, Miss Bateman.
Dude, sounds
It's
like you
not
need
so
someone to
bad.
talk to.
Don't worry, Mr. Tillett. I appreciate your openness.
Yeah.
Used to love going for walks out in the moor, my mother and I, ever since I were a little one. She'd get a tear in her eye as she looked out upon it. She loved this land. I asked Mr. Crozier to build a bench, which we've erected at her favourite lookout spot on the moors. Margaret's Lookout, we called it. Aye,
That's a beautiful tribute.
aye. If you take a seat there, do keep her in your thoughts, won't you?
Of course, Mr. Tillett. I can relate in some manner. My father had an accident when I was very young. He's still alive, but he can neither move nor speak. He spends his entire life bedbound and incapable of communicating or looking after himself in any way.
How dreadful.
He was a barrow digger himself, an antiquarian of some renown. He taught me so much, even though I was so young. I think writing this book is my way of carrying on his work. It helps me reclaim those earlier memories of him, and I visit him often to tell him all about my excavations.
Can he hear you?
I've no idea. The doctors aren't sure. I'd do anything to make him better, Mr. Tillett. I'd do anything to bring him back to the man he was. I am in a state of suspended mourning for a man caught between life and death.
Dreadful. Just dreadful.
We all have our weaknesses. Mine just happens to be my father.
So,
And what of your mother?
A cold woman. We haven't talked in quite some time. I think she blamed me for my father's accident somehow.
You were but a child.
Indeed. She thus saw it fit that a governess should raise me as she spent her life grieving for my father.
Well then, I propose a toast.
A toast to what?
A shared sense of loss.
I'll toast to that, Arthur. Now then, enough of this wallowing.
Let us be merry. Another round.
I really shouldn't. But I did. And another after that. And another.
Oh my goodness. Thomasina getting wild.
The frustrations of my visit to Bewley slipped away with each swill of Stanley's finest ale. We had great fun that night, Mr. Tillett and I. I treasure the memory.
Did they
Go
hook
on
up?
then. Let's hear those pipes.
Sing, sing,
mustn't.
sing.
Sing the song.
You're incorrigible.
Please. You'll make a sad man happy.
Oh, all right then.
I love her drunk voice. Come on, are we gonna hear her sing?
Clasps, celts, and arrowheads I'll try to claw within my clutch. And if a shield I should espy, I'll vow there ne'er was such.
With popish tricks and relics rare, the priests their flocks do gull. In casting out the earth take care. Huzzah! I've found a skull!
Oh, totally was half expecting to see Mr. Tillett there. That is a very pink moon slash sun. What are you? Whoa!
Hello, Thomasina.
What is this?
It's a dream.
Who are you?
I'm the one that saved your father.
What do you mean?
You were here 25 years ago.
My father?
You were deep down with the others. You were there, and something went wrong. I dragged him out.
Impossible.
I helped him then, and I can help him again.
I don't understand.
Believe my words. You'll find proof in morning. Now go. One more thing. This is not a dream.
Bullshit. Okay. The second day. Score. There's a thing. There's a thing by the door. There's a thing by the door that wasn't there before.
Goodness, that was a terrible sleep.
Did you sleep in your outdoor clothes? You didn't even pack some pajamas or nightgown or whatever people wore as sleepwear back then. I don't know. Okay. Well, it's a little early, but still 23 minutes, so we'll go ahead and save. You know what? After that dream, I'm just gonna name it question mark. Alright. So, in the next video, we will be starting our second day here in Bewley. Also known as that, word I'm very scared to pronounce. So, anyway, I'll see you all in the next video. Bye, everybody.